What happens to a man's sexual vitality when he spends just 3 minutes each morning rewiring his body? Did you know that just 3 minutes each morning could reshape a man's sexual performance, even after 60? That a tiny daily ritual could improve erections, increase blood flow, and even rewire the nervous system to restore confidence that decades of aging have dulled? Stay with me, because what you're about to learn challenges everything you thought about male sexual decline. Before we dive in, hit that like button, share this video, subscribe, and leave a comment about your own experiences with energy, confidence, or sexual health. Your feedback could help others understand they are not alone. Introduction: the power of 3 minutes. There are moments in life when a few minutes can drastically change the way you feel, think, and even move through the world. For men over 60, 3 minutes may seem insignificant, especially regarding vitality, masculinity, and sexual confidence, but science shows otherwise. Your body hasn't given up on you. It's waiting for a signal that says, wake up. That signal doesn't come from a pill or wishful thinking. It comes from intentional action rooted in your biology. Surprisingly, the most important aspect of male sexual function isn't solely testosterone or blood pressure. It's the neural circuits connecting your brain to your body. When those circuits are active, sexual function thrives. When they go dormant, decline follows. Neuroscience now shows that even after years of inactivity, these circuits can be reactivated in as little as 3 minutes a day. The first minutes after waking are biologically rich, a bridge between your unconscious mind and conscious body. For men in their 60s and beyond, these moments can reshape physiology, identity, strength, and sexual confidence. Sexual decline is not purely about aging. It's largely about disuse, misfiring neural circuits, ignored rhythms, and disrupted communication between systems that once worked in harmony. The penis is far more than a hydraulic mechanism. It's a barometer of vascular, neurological, and hormonal health. When a man notices change down there, it's often a symptom of deeper system misalignment. But the good news, these systems can be recalibrated with targeted, consistent effort. 3 minutes, wake up your body. Scenario: meet Sam. He's 68, retired, healthy, but over the past year, he's noticed weaker erections, less spontaneity, and a quiet sense of loss he doesn't discuss. Beneath these changes are subtle shifts: reduced vascular tone, lower nitric oxide, and weakened pelvic floor engagement. Yet dysfunction is not permanent. Step 1: breath is a biological switch. Breathing is more than oxygen intake. It's a bridge between the autonomic nervous system and conscious control. Nasal inhalation activates the sympathetic nervous system, which governs arousal and alertness. Slow nasal breathing, however, also increases nitric oxide, a powerful vasodilator produced primarily in the paranasal sinuses. Nitric oxide signals blood vessels to relax and improve circulation, critical in the pelvic region. Technique: try a 4-4-6 breath cycle. Inhale 4 seconds, hold 4 seconds, exhale 6 seconds. This reduces cortisol spikes while preserving naturally high morning testosterone, creating hormonal harmony. Peer-reviewed studies confirm that controlled breathing improves endothelial function, parasympathetic activation, and hormone balance. Real-life impact? Imagine Sam sitting on the edge of his bed, feet flat, eyes relaxed, performing this 3-minute breathing protocol. His heart rate stabilizes, blood vessels dilate, and nitric oxide levels rise, priming the body for improved circulation in the pelvic region. 3-4 minutes, reactivate the pelvic floor. The pelvic floor muscles, often overlooked, are essential for urinary control, erection firmness, and ejaculation. The most important muscle, the bulbocavernosus, acts as a pump during arousal. Like any muscle, inactivity weakens it, but targeted training reverses this quickly. Exercise: contract the pelvic floor as if stopping urine flow, hold 5 seconds, release, repeat 10 times. Science behind it. 1. Circulatory benefits: contraction and release pump oxygenated blood to neglected tissue. 2. Neuromuscular reactivation: engaging the muscle rebuilds the brain's map of the region, enhancing awareness and control. 3. Flushing stagnation: promotes better circulation and nerve activity. Neuroscience insight: the cortical homunculus shows the genitals have a large representation in the brain. If stimulation and movement decline, the map fades, use it or lose it. But with consistent exercise, the map can be redrawn, restoring neural pathways and sexual sensitivity. Example: physical therapists have observed spinal injury patients regain sensation in the lower limbs simply by imagining movement daily. The same principle applies to sexual function. Intentional engagement rebuilds lost neural connections. 4-5 minutes, hip mobility. Gentle hip rotations enhance circulation, fascial flexibility, and proprioception. Tight hips restrict blood flow to the groin. Mobility exercises open arteries and nerve pathways. Exercise: stand feet shoulder-width apart, hands on hips, slowly rotate hips in controlled circles. This stimulates the fascia, improves lymphatic flow, and strengthens internal bodily awareness, key for arousal. Biological principle: Hebbian plasticity. Neurons that fire together wire together. Intentional movement sends sensory signals to the brain, reinforcing pelvic awareness and functional connectivity. Practical example: even simple morning hip stretches for 3 minutes can restore signals that have been dormant for years, gradually improving erectile response and confidence. Timing matters. Morning hormonal window. Performing these exercises in the morning isn't arbitrary. Testosterone peaks within 30–60 minutes of waking. Pairing breath, movement, and pelvic floor activation during this window maximizes hormonal responsiveness. Mechanism: breath lowers cortisol, preserving testosterone. Muscle engagement increases blood flow and neuromuscular awareness. Gentle movement primes arteries, nerves, and fascia. The result: improved morning erections, increased sensitivity, and restored confidence. Dopamine release from these early successes reinforces motivation, creating a virtuous cycle of progress. 1–2 weeks, early signs of transformation. With consistent 3-minute morning practice, men often notice firmer morning erections, improved urinary control, greater pelvic awareness, reduced anxiety about performance. Scientific context: studies on endothelial function, neuroplasticity, and muscle rehabilitation confirm that even brief daily interventions yield measurable improvements in circulation, nerve responsiveness, and hormonal regulation within weeks. Real-world example: John, 70, incorporated a 3-minute protocol of breath, pelvic floor, and hip mobility. By week 2, he reported not only better sexual function but also improved energy and mood, a direct consequence of enhanced nitric oxide, dopamine, and testosterone interplay. 3–4 weeks, deepening neurological connections. Neural remapping accelerates. The brain begins to reclaim dormant pathways, improving coordination between mind and muscle. Impact: spontaneous arousal becomes possible. Ejaculatory control improves. Pelvic muscle endurance increases. Scientific evidence: neuroplasticity research shows cortical maps can be altered at any age, particularly when paired with consistent physical cues and sensory engagement. Practical note: at this stage, men may start combining breathing with visualization of pelvic engagement, further enhancing neural remapping and reinforcing the mind-body connection. 6–8 weeks, structural and functional improvements. By 2 months, men typically experience noticeable firmness and control, increased libido and sexual confidence, reduced stress and improved mood, enhanced circulation throughout the pelvic region. Mechanism: nitric oxide-mediated vasodilation improves penile blood flow. Strengthened pelvic floor muscles increase rigidity during arousal. Consistent morning activation stabilizes hormonal rhythms. Dopamine feedback reinforces habit and motivation. Example: Mark, 65, reported that after 6 weeks of 3-minute morning routines, he regained the spontaneity and confidence he had in his 40s, illustrating the restorative potential of consistent, targeted practice. 3-month milestone: rewired systems. After 90 days, neural circuits controlling erections and arousal are robust. Pelvic muscles regain full tone and responsiveness. Circulatory, hormonal, and neurological systems are synchronized. Sexual performance aligns more closely with youthful function. Scientific insight: studies in men with age-related erectile dysfunction show that vascular and neural improvements are achievable without medication when the body is consistently stimulated, both physically and neurologically. Takeaway: sexual decline is not inevitable. Neglect is reversible. Even minimal daily interventions produce measurable, meaningful results. Conclusion: why 3 minutes matters. The body thrives on rhythm, consistency, and targeted input. Just 3 minutes each morning, breathing, pelvic floor engagement, and gentle movement can reignite neural pathways, enhance circulation, recalibrate hormones, and restore sexual confidence. Key points. Aging doesn't dictate decline, disuse does. Neural plasticity and vascular health respond to small, consistent actions. Morning timing leverages natural testosterone peaks,